Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome back to the Unfiltered Tea with Malu podcast. I am your host, and today I would like to talk about some shifts that have been going on in my life. Because I feel like obviously this year is very different from the last one, but I also just feel like this is my year of character development. You know, when you have a year where you're thinking to yourself like, please God, why are you choosing me to be a strongest soldier? Because I don't want to go through all this. And every single time you think to yourself, it cannot get any worse, it actually gets worse. God will put something else on your plate again. Yeah, so that's what happened last year. And I feel like this year is more about putting back the focus on myself and actually seeing the positive effects. And I feel like I am at a place in my life right now where I'm less reactive when people are leaving my life. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Like, I am not here to only teach y'all lessons. I'm pretty wise from what I think because I have a lot of life experience, but obviously I'm not an expert, okay? I'm also just a 21-year-old girl that's just trying to go through life, and I want to do it together with y'all, and I want us to be able to resonate with each other. So you can also know that you're not alone on the things I'm also struggling with, because honestly, like, life is kicking my ass, and yeah, and that was already the case since I was 18 years old. Like, what? When my mom told me, when you turn 18 and when you become an adult, you will see, I am seeing. But, alhamdulillah, I'm still grateful to be here. I'm healthy. My rent is paid. So we're good. But so back to what I was saying about people leaving my life. I am a little scared that I came to the point where I don't want to say that I don't care when you leave my life, but it's just like, okay, you want to leave, you can leave, bye. And you don't even need to come back. Like, even though I'm grieving the type of relationship we had with each other, I'm just thinking like, okay, I'm just going to move on. Because the thing is, a lot of times when I feel like someone does me dirty, when people are trying to make excuses for that person, I always come back to the point of, but I would never do that to this person. Doesn't matter what's going on in my life. I also sometimes get comments from my mom or from my grandma when I tell them a story about a friend breakup or something in my dating life. They tell me like, but this person is gonna come back. Like, they're gonna realize your worth and they're gonna miss you and then they're gonna come back. But that's not a compliment though. Like, that's not a compliment, because if you really think about it, why do you feel like you need to leave my life? Because it's better for you to not engage with me anymore, and you feel like you are better off without me. You feel like you are better off without me for you to then realize and come back into my life. Like, who do you see me as? Is there written clown on my forehead? I don't know. So I don't understand why my mom keeps telling me that every single time a person leaves my life, because it's not a compliment at all. Like, it's actually very disrespectful that you think that you can leave me at the trash and not look back, and then you come back whenever you feel like it, whenever you're ready, and you come with these excuses like, I was not doing well and this and that. Because it could be that there's something going on in your personal life. I know I'm not the main character in your story. You are the main character in your story. But then at the same time, it's like, but I would never do that to you though. Like, completely erasing me from your life. Nah. Throughout my life, I have felt very left out when it comes to friend groups. I saw a term like this today on TikTok, and it was like the floating friend, the friend that doesn't necessarily fit somewhere, and there are different seasons, and in the different seasons she's in different groups. But when I see it like that, I'm thinking like, am I the red flag or not? Because I know, even though I have my qualities, even though I know I would go hard for a person, no one is perfect. Throughout my life, I have also thought multiple times, like, is there something wrong with me? Why is this person behaving like this towards me? And I would just feel bad, because I would think like I must have done something. And it actually already started in elementary school. Throughout almost my whole elementary school time, and also when I started going to like middle school, what they call middle school / high school, I was getting bullied. But then my mom would say like, but they're just jealous of you. But I felt like, why would they be jealous of me? Because they are in the majority. I'm in the minority. And they would make fun of my teeth. They would make fun of my hair, about the fact that my dad is black, about the fact that We had financial problems at home. Just anything they could pick on, they would try and use that against me. So I felt very left out in elementary school. And then when I went to like middle school, I started hanging out more outside of the group of people that I know from school, obviously, because I'm making new friends. I'm becoming a teenager. So then I met like more African people. And then I was like, you know what? Like, but I finally have the feeling that I belong somewhere, because I can resonate more with Black people than with white people, because white people are never gonna see me as one of them. So I felt like, okay, I found my friends now, you know. And then sometimes I got the comments about my skin tone. It was really like a dark skin, light skin conversation. And obviously there was more like racism and colorism towards dark skins back then than to light skins, and you know. But I don't understand why as friends you are using my skin tone against me, because you are of a darker skin tone and I'm of a lighter skin tone. So then when I was in that friend group, I would get comments like, oh, but you would never belong in our group because you're light-skinned and you don't even know what it is to be African. See, you don't even know your language. Like sometimes I would make a joke like, oh, I don't even know Susu, I don't even know Malinke. And they would give me a lecture like, oh, but do you think that's okay? Like, shouldn't you be like trying to learn your language and this and that and this and that? And you can laugh about it now, but you're not even able to give your language to your children. And I just started crying because I was just actually making the joke as a mechanism. Because I tried my whole life to learn Susu or to learn Malinke. I'm not able to find one person that wants to teach me Susu and Malinke consistently. So it's like, okay, so apparently I also don't belong here. So it's like, where do I belong? And I would never stand up for myself like when I was younger. But then there was one, I'm not going to say the B word on the internet, but there was one girl I was friends with for a very long time. She was just a Belgian girl. And she started bullying me in middle school, spreading rumors about me. And there was one day, after a year of her bullying me, there was one day where I went up to her and I just started cussing her out. And from that moment, she left me alone. So like, barking dogs don't bite. But anyway, it was hard for me to find a friend group, because also the friend group I was in back then when I had my first boyfriend, they knew that my boyfriend was cheating on me, and they wouldn't tell me. There was a whole group chat with girls, and I left the group chat because I had like a small argument with someone in that group chat, and I left the group chat. And all of a sudden they all started gossiping about me, saying like, she doesn't even know her boyfriend is cheating on her, this and that. And then one of my friends put me into the group again. All of a sudden the conversation is about hair products. Like, what do you mean? And what have I done to you for you to treat me like this? And also the thing with me is like, I don't know if it's just a Dutch thing, or I don't know. They say that Dutch people in general, the higher you go in the Netherlands, the more direct they are and everything. I'm just a direct person. So if I feel like you did me wrong, if I feel like we need to talk about something, if something is rubbing me the wrong way, I will tell you, and I will tell you directly in your face. I will not gossip about you behind your back and then just not say anything in your face. But a lot of these girls were like that. They would smile in my face and then talk shit about me behind my back. So then if I would go up to them and ask for a conversation, I was like, why are you saying these things to me? Oh, I'm the problem maker. That's also something I'm a little insecure about. Like, sometimes people make jokes like, oh, but you have beef with everyone. And the question is, but why do I have beef with you though? Because you were trying to fuck my man. And then you were acting mean towards me while I didn't know you were fucking my man, while both of you were standing in front of my face. Like, it's like action reaction. Like, I don't understand why I am the problem because I bring up a problem, because there's a problem. Anyway, so that was during my high school time. Like, I feel like the older I get, the more people are just leaving and coming and leaving and coming. And obviously I'm also in a very different environment now, but I must say that my day ones that I have been friends with, shout out to Frida, shout out to Danon, shout out to my cousin, I call her my cousin, she's not my real cousin, my cousin Eliana, and all the other friends that I had from back in the day, they know. And I appreciate them for standing by my side throughout my whole teenage years and everything. But it's like the rest is just coming and going, and it's really like when I didn't even expect it. But I do feel like this year I'm having higher standards when it comes to friendships, because honestly, if I would go through fire for you, why am I seeing that you wouldn't do that for me? Like, I don't complain. I drive you home. I do this and that. I cook for my friends. I do everything without asking for something back. And now I'm asking for something and you're acting shady towards me. That doesn't make any sense to me. And also, if I feel like I said in my previous video, that the plant is dying because you just don't feel like it's worth it to water it anymore, that's fine. But I'm also just gonna let the plant die. And then afterwards, you cannot come in my face and tell me that I'm the one that started this, because it's an extreme reaction. I'm not gonna keep on running after a person who doesn't want to keep the friendship strong. Yeah, it's hard because I just feel like my friends are leaving here and there and here and there. And then I'm thinking, because it's not just one person, it's multiple people in just like a short amount of time. So then I'm starting to think like, am I the problem? I don't want to think that I'm the problem, because I feel like I always have valid reasons to leave a relationship or to leave a friendship. But then at the same time, since it's multiple people that also don't feel the need to be in contact with me anymore, I do start to think like, am I the problem? So am I the problem? Tell me, am I the problem? Because I don't know. And I could be, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm going to give like one example. There was one friend, I started hanging out with her because she came into my area. She didn't really have a lot of friends. And before, she lived like further away. I wasn't really in contact with her. I started hanging out with her more and more because we were in the same city. Now she's back in the city she wasn't before. All of a sudden, I'm not seeing her anymore. I would drive 1 hour to her without complaining, never ask for gas money, would help where I can. And every single time that same man comes into her life, all of a sudden she's canceling plans with me. And the thing is, she wasn't even canceling plans with me just because she was sick or something. She would literally also tell me, I'm canceling my plans with you because this person has asked me to go and do something. And then after a while, I started to clock like, so you're actually canceling our plans to go hang out with someone else. So you don't really see the value in coming to see me. Well, I'm going out of my way to be able to see you. And when I'm worried about you, I make sure that I call you and this and that and this and that. But then when you don't have a life, or you are not around the people that you also hang out with, then all of a sudden you're calling me 3 times a day. Why? And then the last straw for me was that she lied to my face. Because, okay, I'm just gonna give an example. Like, so this one girl, I was already clocking her shit, but I was like, I'll just give her space, because there were also things going on in her life and this and that. But then I would call her like 6 times in a week just to catch up, or because I was dealing with something, and she would just not pick up. But she would also not text me afterwards like, hey, I saw you called. Nothing. Well, when you didn't have a life, when you weren't going to school, when you were trying to figure out what you wanted to do in the next year, you were calling me like 6 times a day. And if I would tell you like, oh, I wanna do my workout without you being on the phone, I want to listen to music, it was like, oh, but what do I need to do then? Because I have nothing to do. Oh, but now because you have a life and because you're living in a different city again, you're not picking up my phone calls, but you're not even sending me a message like, hey, you called, or hey, can we like do it another time? Nothing. You're just ghosting me. And then I see you post on your story with your friend, all hooting and hollering and cackling and laughing in the car. So then I'm thinking like, hey, you couldn't even send me a text asking me why I called. And then you lied to my face because I asked you to come with me to somewhere and you said, oh, I don't want to go there because XYZ. And then the day I'm going to that thing I'm going to, I literally see your post on your story that you are also going to the exact same thing with your friend in a different city. And you're posting a whole outfit haul and this and that. So you're lying to my face. So then I just stopped talking because I was like, okay, let me just not text this person because I already mentioned it multiple times. We already had a conversation about this. I'm not gonna put in effort anymore. And all of a sudden now we haven't spoken for 5 weeks. Wait. So now we haven't spoken in 5 weeks because I stopped texting you first. Because I stopped running after you. Okay, I get it. Now I just deleted the person because I was like, we are not even beefing. I have nothing bad to say about her. It's just like, there's no effort. Like the plant is dead. And then even when I delete you, you just continue with your life. So that also shows to me how much you think our friendship is worth. Obviously, it could also be because of other reasons. But like I said again, I would never do that to a real friend. Unless you have done something very wrong, but you never came up to me to tell me there was something that bothered you. Other situation, another old friend of mine, she would throw shade on other people because of the things they would do. You know, when people are insecure, so they project their insecurities onto other people, and then they act like they are better at the thing another person is trying to do, even though they are not doing the thing themselves. Yeah, exactly that. So I clocked that shit already months ago, but I was like, that doesn't mean that you're a bad person. You're just like a little bit insecure. So I just left it. Now you're also projecting it onto me, because every single time there's a guy that you knew longer, that you no longer, either from school, from whatever, and if you see me talking to the guy, you get like, grrr, there's like adrenaline coming into your body. All of a sudden it's your crush. So before, you never spoke about this guy, and now because I'm having a conversation with this guy, can even be platonic, but just because you see me talking with that guy, now all of a sudden it's your crush. Now all of a sudden there's like a little bit tension in the conversation between us. And I just feel like then I need to make myself smaller and stand out less, because I feel like I'm making you insecure, even though it shouldn't be my problem at all. So then I already clocked that shit. Then on top of that, you say that you are a very punctual person when it comes to your time. That's true. When things need to be happening for you, you are very punctual. But when it comes to other people's time, you don't give a shit. You don't hurry up. You don't do anything to be on time for that person. It goes both ways. And then the last thing I clocked, because before I thought to myself, nah, this is not a friendship I want, is you literally admitting to me that you're jealous of me, and mentioning the guy that I was talking to the previous day, and saying like, yeah, I'm just jealous of you because he's talking to you. I don't like to mix my friends with you. The fuck? She said like, I don't like to mix my friends with each other. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm so sorry, but like what? While I'm mixing you with my other friends. So to me, like, there's enough space for everyone. There's enough spotlight for anyone. And every single friend of mine has a characteristic that I admire in them. I have no reason to be jealous of my friends. And jealousy could be like a natural feeling, but it depends on what you do with the feeling. So now, because you are jealous, and now because you think I'm doing certain things on purpose to sabotage you because you are insecure, now you're acting shitty towards me. And then when I tell you that it's mean, you're telling me, no, it's not mean, this and that, this and that. It became a whole thing. I cut her off. I just told her like, you can kiss my ass, you are being arrogant, and you can kiss my ass, and goodbye. So is it really like, am I really the problem? Am I the drama? I don't know. But I just feel like I have valid reasons to do what I do. At the same time, it does make me feel a little bit lonely. And I do feel left out, because then it's like, just realizing that a person that you thought that was going to be in your life, that you were going to do life with for a very long time, all of a sudden, boom, bang, bang, out of your life. I have difficulties with that, because I appreciate every single human experience I have with another person. Even if I only saw you one time, if you made a good impression on me, now I have memories in my mind of you. And if our contact continues, I am going to fantasize about what else we are going to experience together in the future. So if you then leave, if it's just like, how do I say that? Just like a pleister that gets ripped off like that, without notifying me first, I do grieve the bond. I do grieve the relationship I had with that person. Same goes for dating. I don't know what, like, to be honest, I feel like at this moment, I just want to be alone. Maybe that's very like selfish or hypocritical to say. I'm also not trying to bash the people I was around and my old friends, because I have no problem with them. It's just that I saw a few things for a longer period of time. So then I also know it's a pattern, and then I'm just choosing for myself like, nah, I don't want my friendships to be like this. And also, you telling me that you're jealous of me, that's envy. Like, how can I even let you be in my space when you tell me that you get jealous just because I get attention, or because you feel like I'm trying to take your spotlight? Like, je wil me niet goed zien. Je wil mij niet goed zien. Actually, even though you're a good friend, on the inside, from the core, you wil mij niet goed zien. Anyway, I just feel like I want to be alone, and I feel very down because, you know, I had been laying in my bed the whole day today. I didn't go outside, just scrolling on TikTok because I didn't want to be with my thoughts. And that's why it's already 12:15, quarter past midnight. I just want to express myself about this, and I also think that people can resonate with me because, like I said, we are all young. Almost everyone is in their 20s, I think, from the people that watch my videos. And I know we are all going through things like this. It's just a journey and a process of letting people go without envying them or without thinking that you did something wrong. Like, sometimes you just outgrow people, and sometimes they also outgrow you, and that should be fine. But it's something that I'm dealing with, that I still need to learn how to move on quicker. Because I will stretch the bond that I have with you until I build up my RICO case. And then, in one time, boom, I'm just like, nah. Now I went too far, now I'm just gonna cut it off. But then I take a pretty long time again to process the grief because I'm thinking about our memories, and obviously I'm gonna miss that person. Or maybe I'm gonna think to myself, like, was I too strict with my decision? Maybe I should have done things in a different way. Maybe I was being mean or disrespectful to them. Maybe I should have let them talk more and explain themselves more. I do think at the core that I still stand with my decisions that I made so far in the last couple of months when it comes to ending friendships or my dating life, because of the shit that I'm not trying to cuss on the internet, because of the things that I clock. With relationships, to be honest, I just gave up. Like I said, like, this is the first time in my life where I could not be happier to be single and just have fun with my friends and put that time and energy into my work and the podcast and school. Like, I want to be an A student, okay? I'm not there yet because I always delay the things that I need to do, but I'm getting there, okay? It's time for the rebrand. It's time to, to get back at it. I really don't feel the need to be in a relationship, but I do feel like I'm at a point right now, I healed enough to be open to get to know someone. And if it leads somewhere, it leads somewhere. About that, by the way, I was literally talking to a guy. Felt like everything was aligned and everything. We were saying like, oh yeah, we're going to be serious with each other, this and that. The day before I was supposed to see him, I found out he has a whole girlfriend. He had been having a whole girlfriend for like a year. What? So my heart sunk to my ass because I was like, what the heck? So you have a girlfriend? Like, I'm just never lucky, okay? I'm just never lucky. Every single time I'm speaking to someone, something really outrageous happens. Like, it's not even that things are ending in a normal way where we're like, oh, we're just not on the same line, let's just leave it at this. No, it's always something stupid and outrageous and just dramatic. It's always something dramatic that happens. And before people come and tell me like, oh, maybe you should just stop dating, maybe you should just stop saying yes to a man, if you see my DMs, you will see that I'm rejecting men, okay? Literally, it doesn't matter if you're handsome, if you're ugly, if you're tall, if you're short, if you're thin, if you're fat, it doesn't matter. I am literally rejecting men. But then obviously, if I feel like things are naturally coming and our conversations have depth and there is an attraction, obviously I'm gonna give it a shot. Like, you cannot blame me for giving it a shot. But then 9 out of 10 men, I reject them. And then the one man I don't reject, and I feel like, oh, like, I have such a good connection. I even told my friends like, nah, I don't know if this gonna work out. Like, maybe he's just gonna be like other guys. Maybe he's hiding something. Like, you never know because he's a man. Maybe he's lying about something. And they were like, no, he seems really genuine and respectful and this and that. Bang, just get smacked in the face. Has a whole freaking girlfriend. There goes my fantasy about us being together, about us having more memories together. And you know what? When I was hearing out the girlfriend, she was talking about how he treated her in a relationship. Bro, one of the best boyfriends ever. So now I'm thinking to myself, like, why did you want to cheat? Why did you even cheat? What is going on? What's going on? I don't know. I don't understand, man. It's better just to leave it. It's to leave it at what it is with the information that I have and to continue my life. And now I'm at the point again. I need to continue my life again. But like I said, I already made a couple of memories with you. I had a whole fantasy. And now my mind still needs to like process and be like, no girl, this is not the reality. Like, this is the reality you had in your mind, but it's not the truth, okay? You were scammed. That's how I feel. I feel scammed. But ja, wat kan je daaraan doen, hè? Niks. Maar ja, in ieder geval, ja. Anyway, I guess I'm just gonna keep on being the floating friend. And when it comes to l'amour, I'm just gonna enjoy my summer, to be honest. I'm just gonna enjoy my summer. Summer is around the corner. We're gonna be outside. So yeah, no, I'm just gonna continue and to enjoy my single life. But you know what the thing is, like, again, like, I am not looking to be with someone or to have a husband. But at the same time, if you have your husband or you have your boyfriend, then it's the one thought less about your future, because then you're like, oh, I'm married, like, this is, I already found my person. So you're not wondering like, when is my person gonna be there? When is my person gonna come? Because you already have your husband. You know what? I'm just gonna continue, do my thing, be pretty, go to school, graduate, get my master's, have fun with my friends, travel. I'm gonna do all those things and the man will come, obviously. But I'm just tired of being played again. Like, is everything clown on my forehead? I'd rather be single for the next upcoming 10 years and not have faith or hope in one man that I'm talking to than meeting other men again and again feeling scammed every single time, because you are looking out for so many things because you don't want to get played, and then eventually they still play you, and then you feel dumb as fuck because you're like, oh, okay, is that, how stupid could I be for thinking that this could be something, you know? I'm laughing the pain. I am laughing the pain away. It's it's okay. The lesson for today is, and this is something that I'm telling myself because, to be honest, I need this advice from someone else, but I don't want to bother my friends, to be honest. So that's how I'm making this video. I'm just talking to y'all, and eventually my friends are also going to see it. But the lesson is, it's okay to be the floating friend. I think that's okay. It's okay to not belong to a friend group, and it's okay to have high standards for your friendship. If you know you can give a certain amount of love to someone, if you know your qualities that you have to give in a relationship, doesn't matter which type of relationship, then you are allowed to expect those things from the other person. When I'm fed up, I'm just fed up. But then I feel lonely though. I'm also just trying to live life. Yeah, like, another lesson, do not trust these niggas. These niggas cannot be trusted. I'm not a man hater, but every single day, like, men give me a reason to not like them. But to not like them as like a system. I'm not talking about the individuals, because there are good men out there, obviously. This was my video for today. This was me venting to y'all. If you have advice for me, because to be honest, I have this microphone here, doesn't make me an expert. So like, tough times never last, only tough people last. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope it was a little bit entertaining for y'all. I hope you could resonate with me a little bit, and I hope you liked it. And feel free, like, honestly guys, feel free to give me any feedback. And if you have a good comment, please comment it in the comment section, okay? Because I'm receiving private messages from y'all telling me like, oh, I really liked the video and this was so like inspiring and this and this and that. Okay, but please comment it on the video, because then otherwise I have a video with 0 comments. And then it looks like no one is really engaging with the video. Anyway, that was my video for today, and I'll see you guys at the next one, okay? Bye-bye. I've been doing what I want. It's a pickup in the back, by the trunk in the front. Tequila in the back, daddy blunts in the front. First 101, first 101. I got the money, make a broke bitch mad.